Hello, good evening and welcome. As they used to say on one of our local funny television programmes when I was young. So today it's Wednesday, it is New Year's Day, it is a bank holiday. So tonight's going to be kind of short-ish. The signal is going all sorts of silly things in the corner there. I think it's because we've got some really rubbish weather today. Hi Emma, nice to see you. I've just joined on her live and now she's coming on to my live. Now, I have some new release papers. I have one of the sets, but I have the flyer to show you here. Let me go get that out of the way because it's going to look a bit bright in the background. Oh look, and there's a message saying we're in the right place. So, hi Debbie, lovely to see you. I hope everybody had a really lovely Christmas and New Year's Eve and all celebrated in style and all saw the new year in. I was on my own last night. We went out for an early meal, but hubby went to bed at 10 o'clock, so I saw the new year in on my own. Sent all the messages around and then went to bed about 1 o'clock, I think. So anyway, hope you're all recovered and had a nice lazy bank holiday over here in the UK. I think most countries actually are bank holiday. So let me get my screen loaded here and see what we've got here. Yes, I'm going to get you across there. Okay. So there we go. So here we have, my ink is a little bit faint on here, unfortunately. I'm just going to get my laptop out of the way. So these are 3 papers that have been reintroduced and recoloured. So if I say some names out to you, yes, Emma's in Scotland, it's Hogmanay up there. Hi Pam, lovely to see you. So these are 3 papers. Now, the first one was recoloured from Blackberry Beauty. Now, I can't really remember that one. I can remember the other 2, but I can't really remember that one. Don't know why, because I love Blackberry Bliss, so I'm sure that I had that one. Anyway, this is a 12-inch paper. It's called Refreshed Beauty, and they're lovely bright colours. They've got Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist and Peach Pie. So they've recoloured one of the previous ones and brought it back as a special release. This one here is what I'm going to show you tonight. So you'll see more of this one. Serene Love. Now I can remember that being True Love, and I seem to think that that was black and white. So it's white backgrounds and the black on white and white on black. And they've brought it in 3 colours. So it's Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy and Old Olive. And then this one was a 6-inch paper. This was Shades and Hues. And these are all bright colours. And they've come back as Fresh Freesia, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink and Pool Party. Okay, so all of those are $11.75. So you either get 48 of those or 12 each of the larger ones. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to showcase for you tonight. These are while stocks last. I just thought you might like to see them. They arrived here over Christmas. I had an order that came in the middle somewhere. I forget what day it was. But I'm going to go through and show you these because I think they are absolutely gorgeous. Now, there might have been a stamp set with this. I don't think I had this one, although it does look very similar to me to the one that was in Celebration. But I instantly saw these and thought, Sandra can fussy cut. You know I love my fussy cutting. So those ones, there's 2 sheets of that one. And on the back, we have the stripes. The flowers on one and we have the stripes on the back. So that's those 2. Then we have the next one is an all over pattern. Oh, like a different, I don't know how you describe that. You look at it quickly, you can I can see my eyes are showing circles in there, like grouping them together. But that's that one. So this is a different type of flower. It's more like a poppy, I think, a bit more open work than the other one. That's more like a rose, I think, the other one. And on the back we have this. Oh, that's one to send your eyes a bit doolally. Very pretty, very nice. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one is an all over pattern again. And then on the back, that's kind of little diamonds on there. So that's nice. From a distance, you're probably seeing spots on there. Those papers are in my basket. Absolutely, Debbie. They're definitely worth it. So this is the same type of thing, the flowers again, but this is a bit smaller. So you've got smaller clusters on there, but I can see all of those being fussy cut. So these will be some future out and about in my bag, in a little Ziploc with a pair of scissors and a rubbish sack. I can see me taking those around to fussy cut. So I will do something really quickly for you tonight. And then this one is beautiful. I love this one. Little tiny flowers. If I bring that up to the screen, you can see just how sweet they are. They're lovely. And because it's a small print, you can do so much more with small prints. So I do love those. And this is on the back. You just see those two together like that. Aren't they good? Lovely, lovely. Okay, so shout a colourway to me. Old Olive, Lost Lagoon, or Night of Navy. Okay, so choose that and I'll be, excuse me, just blow my nose. And there we go. I'm in a very, very cold studio. I have been in here earlier today, but it was, yeah, I didn't bother to light the fire. I just had the gas fire on for just a tiny little while, just to take the chill off. I'm going to, first one to say a colour, Old Olive, Lost Lagoon, or Night of Navy. I'm going to start off with a thick white base. Oh, just push you down. Who's taken their decorations down yet? Oh, looks like a field of daisies, Old Olive. So 2 Old Olives and 1 Lost Lagoon. Sorry, Emma, you lost out. So Old Olive it is then on this one. I might do some more with this on Sunday. So I will see how Sunday goes. So we've got 2 different patterns, 2 different sheets, front and back and front and back. But yes, I can see that as a field of daisies. So I'm going to take a white card here. And I have one in the back of my packet. You know, I keep my card like this. These really should, these were from a class. Sorry, I've got vellum and white layers in there. They really should not be in there. They got put it back in the wrong packet, I think. So I'll just take those out and return those to their rightful places later, tomorrow maybe. But I do keep my pieces in here. I've got some scraps in smaller containers, but then at the back, if I do cut a card in half, then I have a spare blank at the back there. It does pay dividends when you want to cut corners. Okay, so what I thought I would do is just to have scraps. You know I love using my scraps. So, really seems a shame to cut into the big sheets. I am going to cut these down into 6x12s, just so that they're more manageable pieces. And actually, because I've got front and back, I have one of each. I don't need to cut that one. So that was a good ploy, wasn't it really? So front and back of that, we have those. And then front and back of this one, we have those. Okay, so what I wanted to do with this was use these strips as they are. I'll go back to the field of daisies, Debbie. So this is kind of like the right sort of size to take some strips off here. So I wanted to use, you've seen me do cards before this way up with higgledy-piggledy little strips. But I thought I might do some this way on. I'll need less of them because it's a narrow card. But we're kind of in the right sort of vein to have this length nearly. So I'll trim them off as I go. I've got the little trimmer here as well. So what I'm going to do is go for what I feel might be good strips, because I want them to go across here. I don't want too fat because we won't see many colours. So I think I'm going to go for 1/2 inch strips. Okay, because it's 12-inch papers, that is a 1/2 inch strip. So I think that would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll probably need just about 6 pieces. So there you go. If I do 1, 2, put them upside down. I'll do one of each as I go. And you know what? I've put 2 sheets out. I don't need to, do I? I only need 1 because I've got front and back. And that one, and that would be the back, but hey, we'll just turn it over. So dotties. And then this one. I think it was 3 of that one. That's really weird. I've done that one already. How did that happen? Is it just 4 of those? 2 different patterns. I think there is, isn't there? Trying to be so clever, wasn't I? So if I use that one again, that's the shortest. And that one's the shortest. I might need some more just to get across there, so I'm going to use this one. That one, and I'll do that one. Because it's a white card base, I think it would just look nice having some darker ones. We'll see how we go. So, Here we go. Christmas decorations will go down on Saturday. I've just taken down one little tree we have in our dining room, but we've not actually used the dining room this Christmas. So that was pointless putting it in there, really. But so I moved it into the craft room here on the gas heater in the corner. So it's a 3-foot fibre optic one with all decorations with it. So I've taken that one down today because it was in here and I've got people in with me tomorrow. So I thought, right, I'll make a start. And that it's in the conservatory, ready to go back out in the garage. And I feel good for making a start. So that was a good exercise. So I wanted to have these. I'm going to shorten them just a little bit. They don't all have to be the same size. Okay, and then it's just a case of whether I want them straight or whether I want them to be higgledy-piggledy. And whether I flag the ends. I think I might flag the ends. So that's me snipping into the centre and flagging that end like so. Sometimes I've done just ordinary slants. I'm going to shorten it a bit more and then into the centre that way and then that way. Okay, so this is playing by the seat of my pants. So we've got that one and then we'll have a white one next to it. So it can be varying lengths, so they don't have to be necessarily the same. So I'm snipping up into the centre and outside corner into the centre. Now, one of my pairs of snips doesn't go right to the ends. Unfortunately, I lent them out. Somebody wanted a pair of scissors at an event once, and then I found afterwards they'd use them as a screwdriver. So it's not these ones, so we're good. So these are going to be like so, but I'm going to just jump them up and down. So just to give you a little bit of a showcase of these papers. Absolutely, Debbie. If I tell you that my fibre optic, the little one, when I got divorced in 1992, I had a little house and my neighbour next door was a really lovely lady. And she said, "Where's your tree?" And I said, "No, I can't afford to get a tree." So she told me a few days before Christmas that Argos was having a sale, and this little 3-foot fibre optic with all the decorations in it was $7.99. I remember it well. So $7.99. So I went down to Argos and bought a tree, which was very nice. And that sat in my window, and it's done me ever since. So that's not done badly, has it? So dining room one, really, I use it in there. Okay, so that one there, let me just take a chunk off that and just snip that. So I do like to keep designs that I have for using up scraps. So this is a bit of a waste doing it this way today because obviously I'm deliberately making scraps. But that's not so bad. I've got this one here. What was on the back? I've got the dots. Just try and jumble the order up so you get some darks and some lights, so they just vary a little bit. But had this been the tail end of a packet, like now we've got Christmas coming to an end, I have got some packets out that I really need to clear. I need to use them up. So I don't want to pack them away. There's not enough to sell. So I just kind of want to get them gone. So I have some ladies coming tomorrow for a Twixmas session. And we can all just do our own thing, bring something they want to finish, or just muck in and use some stuff that I've got here. So we're just going to have a little fun day. So the packs of paper that are out that haven't got that much left in them, I'm just going to use them up and make some cards. Then pack them away for next Christmas. Like several of us have said this year, Christmas has come from nowhere again, like it does every year. We've got 365 days notice, so it shouldn't be a surprise, but it always catches us unawares. And this year was one of my worst. Lots of cards didn't get out. Lots of cards are part finished and didn't get finished. But I will successfully say that I've actually finished 20 cards, a pack of note cards. All the component pieces were there. They just hadn't been finished and put together. And I will tell you that they are 20 cards made for next year already. So I'm feeling very good. And I will have some for next year. Just got to get this one flowing. That seems to be playing up. Let's try another one. I had a Twixmas class over towards the Norfolk Broads, and I had new pots out yesterday, so I know they flow. So there's that one there. Now I always go for the next one, I will go this end and then jiggle the ones in the middle. Otherwise you can end up with strips. You get a gap left, but the strip wants to be a silly size to fit your gap. So I don't mind those two being the same height. Then we're going up and a down and an up and a down. It's got a bit higgledy-piggledy on there like so. Losing my voice, look. I don't think I've had a drink this afternoon. I'm normally a tea-holic. It's going up that way. There we go. And then this one. I love these colours. I think they're all going to be nice. But I thought if I did something like this with scraps today, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't make you sit and endure me doing fussy cutting. Absolutely, it's good use of papers. I've mentioned on lives before, I'm still of the, I don't know what to call it, that I want to have lots of cards made with layers on them, just no sentiment. So kind of like nondescript, like this could be a nondescript, so no sentiments. I haven't spaced those as evenly as I would have liked, but hey ho, there we go. So that, like that as a card, if you've got scraps to use up, you could actually have cards like that. You could have a circle or a shape or something on there to cut out, and then put a sentiment coming off the side there. So it just kind of reinforces that. A bit of a monochrome with these ones, monochrome colour. It'd be interesting to know what make that is. I've heard people say about that before, the mulled wine cordial. So it's a sugar-free one, is it? Debbie, send me a message with the label on that, if you wouldn't mind. That would be really nice to see, because I do like my mulled wine, and that's something you could then have all year round, couldn't you? So I'm just going to grab my dies and the baby cutter, because I think I'm going to do that on there. I have some everyday sentiments here, so we will find something amongst those to go, and I have my ink pads out already. So let's just grab the mini machine. Go. So open this up. Monochromatic cards are really fun to do, so and they're good like for things like this, and again using up your scraps. And in fact, when I do these are the Stylish Shapes dies. These are one of my big go-tos. There are the circles, the squares, and the banners in here. So they're really, really versatile. They are still a current product, definitely, because I looked at the other day. But they are definitely current, and they are really useful. So in here, if I ever find I have some that are, I've cut too many, or I've gutted the middle of cards, I tend to put them in here. Doesn't look like I've got any old olive in there though, so I'm gonna have to cut. So that's there, and my old olive was buried here beside me. I am just down to these last little bits until I get another order in. I did a class yesterday and I got through a little bit more than what I expected. So I think that's going to be, we might be able to get that on there. No, not that one. Just see if it's going to look in proportion. If not, I will cut into a bigger sheet. I think that might look okay actually. Yes, they are spring-like, aren't they? Definitely. They're nice. I just can't wait to get cutting on the fussy cuts. So that's a sit in front of the telly job, or taking that out and about with me when I'm anywhere when I'm sitting waiting. So just pop that through there, put that back, put them out of the way. Oh, the banner. I could use a banner as well. So that's going to sit on there like so, and let's have a banner. White as well. one of those pieces there. So let's go to the sentiments. I'm going to get rid of this just for a sec, in case we don't use. So the ones I've got on the table today are everyday greetings. This was a kind of like a secondary to the season's greetings, which were the Christmas words. Anything on there that jumps out at me? Not necessarily. These ones are really nice. Looking for a longer sentiment. Crafted with you in mind is really nice. These are our Angel Policy stamps. The Stampin' Up logo in 2 different sizes there. And then they can go on the back of your cards. If you sell your cards, you need to have one of these on there. This is an online exclusive, I think, that's not in the catalogue. But I do kind of like, do I want to put that in a circle? See, that's just to brighten your day. Might be a nice one to use. Just a sec. Just thinking this out loud. And if I did that on a white layer to pop inside there, if it will fit. Ooh, I think we might, you know. So let me grab a block for that. I've got a new system beside me now. I have a box with the dimensionals in, my chamois in, blocks and scissors. So I have set that up. So that's going to be an interesting one to see if I can maintain that. Old olive ink pad. So much for being a quickie one. Look, it's 9:30 already, look. I was 5 minutes late starting. I had to get the power supply and the extension lead because my iPad was nearly dead. Love fussy cutting, yes. I had a lady in the class yesterday. I don't know her that well. There were some new people over there, and she heard me say, somebody said, "What's fussy cutting?" And I said, "Oh, Sandra's favourite." And this lady said, "I love fussy cutting." So she was in my gang. So I'm going to put that on there. That's going to be too small to go on there, isn't it? That size will go nicely, but I will put that back in the packet and we'll grab a bigger piece of card and stamp that one again. Smaller pieces. There we go. We'll stamp that again on here and give ourselves more room. Let's put that in there. I think I need a day just re-inking all my ink pads. Rather a lot of them to do. Yes, it will fit, but it'll fit nicely on there, but it won't fit. The piece of card was too small, too narrow. So I've just cut that one again. Away, that one away. That looks better, doesn't it? Got any tape on here? Yes. Just so it doesn't move. We don't want it to move away from that border. And I can have one flat and one raised on there as well. That's quite nice. Back on here, so that's going to look nice there. And then if we wanted to, we could raise both of those actually. I'm going to put that die straight back in the packet. Handle. Because I'm not finished yet, I think I'm just going to grab a couple of little pieces here. They're all long pieces there, but I'll just chop a piece off that. And then a piece of the white. Oh. I'm going to do the bigger one bigger one on there. I don't need the whole piece. I'm just going to make a little banner out of it. So that can go on there. And then have a little piece of white. Look at that. That will do just perfectly. So part of that one and a whole one there. Those gone. Trusting it with no tape on it there, not to move. You can see I love my little baby cutter. I throw it about quite easily. So those two back on there. And then what I'm going to do is just raise these up slightly like so. And then I will stick those together. And I don't need to straighten the end, but I can do. Stick one in the middle. Just a little double layer for you. So leave that a nice little border all the way around the side. There we go. And I'm thinking that that could just come and stick outside there like that. Just as a little, like a little ribbon effect really. Dimensionals. Some big ones. So the back of that I have turned it over. The stitching on here, you do need to keep an eye on the stitching because obviously if you turn them over you've got the stitching. I've got the wrong side now, so we've got the nice neat side on the front. So that's just going to come over. We'll find where the little hole is there. Stick that one there. This one now should just be able to slide under there like so. Put this one flat. There you go, squiggle that on there. And then this one can be raised as well. You see my tweezers really make it much faster for me. Just get that square. There we go. Now you know what I haven't left out today? I haven't left gems out, have I? No. We need some gems on there, a little bit of bling somewhere. So let's just grab those out of the drawer. Because I'd emptied the car out. I was putting everything away today, wasn't I? So ready for tomorrow. Another new regime I'm trying to get into. Have my room set up the night before. Make life a lot less complicated. So I don't think I've got any of the green ones. These are all different shades. So I'm just going to stick with the clear. These ones here. And it's delicate, so maybe go for some little ones on here. So a couple on here. On there. And the bottom. Then just randomly just in the gaps. Just to bling it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And how does that look? There we go. Quick card, just made from some scrappy strips. I know I've cut them purposefully, but if you have your scraps left over, as you were saying there, Debbie, this can be used, any oddments that you've got left over. You can use that. I've just got a little bit of Tombow just seeped out up there, so I'm just using, this is the old glue rubbers, the adhesive rubbers we used to have, and it does wobble it up into a ball, so just get rid of that while I can see it. I might have to do a little bit more work on that later. There we go, I think we're there. So just that little tiny piece left of adhesive. There we go, and I think that's a really nice quick card, but if you could get it to the stage where you've got just without the greeting, you could have a stack of cards ready to go and be ready for any quick cards that you need. Okay, so I hope you like that. I hope you like these papers. If anybody wanted to have any of those ordered, just let me know and I'll pop them through on the next one. And we're counting down now till the 7th of January. We've got Celebration starting. So I've mentioned it several times. Can't show you the inside of the catalogues yet. They are here in the studio. Some people have had those already, as I see people, and there's some in the post as well. If you are wanting a copy, just give me a quick message and I'll pop one in the post to you if I'm not seeing you in the next couple of weeks. Like I say, it starts on the 7th. So that is for every £55 that you spend, you will get to choose something out of the little Celebration catalogue totally free. So it's a good time to stock up. I've got some blends I need to buy to replenish, some that are running out, and I've got some cardstock, a long list of cardstock that I need. And I'm the same as you, with every £55 we spend, we get free catalogue. So a good time to stock up. Adhesives and things like that as well. Looking forward to seeing the DSP live soon. This one is already live. It's already online. This is a special release one, so they are on there. I will pop a link up for you so you can go see it. I'm sure that is out already. Okay, so yeah, it must be, because I ordered it before Christmas. Okay, and I don't think that wasn't a demo one. It's an online one for you. Okay, so take care, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will be back on Sunday. I didn't check the diary, but I don't think there's anything on Sunday whatsoever, so I will be here Sunday live, and I might even make up some of the other ones with the flowers.